Hey guys, we're going to read the story called Curiosity on Mars. Very good article about our Mars rovers. So we're going to look for what the main idea is, and we're going to look to see like what the different sections, what's the main idea of each section. So you're going to use a Google form to answer questions about this when we're done. So let's take a look at it. So the first question is right here. It says, which sentence best tells the main idea of the book, right? So think about what's the main topic. What are we talking about mostly, right? What's the one thing we're talking about? And then you think to yourself, well, what about it, right? So we did this. We did topic and main idea charts and then details. So which sentence best tells the main idea? And then this one right here says, what is the author's main purpose of the book, right? Why did he or she write this book? Okay, why did they write it? All right, was it to inform, persuade, or entertain? And then what was the cause of the people of New York City panicking, right? In 1938, why did they panic? That's actually a good story on that one. So let's read and find out. Let's look for these things as we read. All right, so here we go. Curiosity on Mars, right? This is good. This is the Curiosity rover right here, right? Pretty amazing how they even landed that thing on Mars, right? So here we go. Landing on Mars. All right, so we talked a little bit ago about text features. What did we call this right here? What is this section right here? What do we call that, right? This would go along with it. All right, that's going to be one of your questions that I have in this little um, ed puzzle. So let's get going. Here we go. Landing on Mars, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Um, I can't read that. What is that? Cupertino, California. September 20th, 2012 at 7:20 p.m. I can't see if that's a P or a D. I hate that font. All right, here we go. It will be over in the time it takes a hard-boiled egg to harden. That's the only thing scientists know for sure. Some hold their breath, others bite their fingernails. All hope the strange-looking spacecraft lands safely on Mars. The spacecraft's name is Curiosity. Its job is to look for evidence of past or current life on Mars. Curiosity is a mechanical rover larger than a golf cart. In fact, it's the largest robotic vehicle that NASA, the United States Space Agency, has ever built. Curiosity hurtles through space at 13,000 miles per hour, right? As it breaks through the planet's atmosphere. What happens next is a 7-minute plunge to the surface and the longest 420 seconds in the lives of NASA scientists on the Mars rover team. Although the Martian atmosphere is thin, it produces enough drag to slow Curiosity to 1,000 miles per hour. Still, at this speed, the craft is moving far too fast to land. But scientists have planned for this moment. A 100-pound parachute blossoms from the top of the craft. The chute slows Curiosity to 200 miles per hour, the speed of a Formula One race car. So take a look. What is this called right here? What do we call this? This guy right here would be called what? And let's actually take a look at it. It says, here's where it is. It starts to come through and engage the parachute, starting to heat up here. And right here, the parachutes kick in. It slows it down, right? All right, what do we call that? Seconds later, the parachute releases. With seconds to go and the surface of Mars fast approaching, the sky crane, holding Curiosity beneath it, fires its rocket engines. They slow the craft even more. About 66 feet above the planet's surface, the sky crane gently lowers Curiosity to the ground on cables. Scientists have never before tried to land a spacecraft using this method. Will it work? Nobody knows. The control room is silent. Finally, 7 minutes are up. Touchdown confirmed. Someone shouts, Cheers fill the room. People hug, a few cry. Curiosity has landed. Searching for ET. Mars has fascinated people for centuries. The ancient Romans and Greeks named the planet for their gods of war. In 1877, the Italian astronomer wrongly thought he saw canals on the Martian surface. His mistake gave rise to the idea that someone was living there. As time passed, people soon realized that Mars and Earth had a lot in common. Mars is just as old as Earth. As on Earth, the seasons on Mars change. The planet has volcanoes, mountains, and valleys, yet Earth has one thing that has yet to be found on Mars, and that's life. As far as we know, Earth is the only planet in our solar system that has ever been home to living things. Scientists hope that that will all change by the time Curiosity's mission ends in 2 years. They hope the red planet has, or once supported life. Although NASA sent the spacecraft to Mars in search for aliens, the rover won't be looking for little green men. Instead, it will be search for tiny extraterrestrial life forms hiding beneath rocks or buried under the soil. Such creatures might be similar than a one-celled animal or as tiny as a virus. Where might these critters have come from? Long ago, water flowed on Mars. Water is vital for life. If Mars was wet, perhaps life flowed on its rust-red surface. If life did bloom on Mars, it might have left behind some proof. Here's another one right there. There's Curiosity. Also, take a look. This is a little infographic right here. Roving around Mars. Besides Earth, Mars is the most studied planet in our solar system. Humans have sent many space probes to Mars to look for life to study for its geology. The most famous missions involved robotic rovers. In 1996, the United States launched the Pathfinder Probe. The probe landed on Mars on July 4th, 1997. 2 days later, a six-wheeled rover named Sojourner began roaming the Martian surface. Sojourner's findings showed that scientists that Mars was more Earth-like than originally thought. In 2004, the two rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, arrived. They landed on opposite sides of the planet. These robots were more complex than Sojourner. Their mission was supposed to last 90 days. Spirit went silent in 2010, but Opportunity is still on the job. Some of the equipment found on Curiosity. Nav cams, mast cams, chem cam, all kinds of stuff, right? Left and right front cameras, has cams, 6 wheels per side. Mobile Science Lab. If there is life on Mars, Curiosity has a good chance of finding it. It is the brainiest Mars rover ever, a science lab on wheels. On August 5th, 2012, the rover wasted no time in getting to work after landing. Curiosity popped the protective dust covers off its cameras and turned on its weather station. It took its first images and beamed them back to Earth. Curiosity is outfitted with many newly designed pieces of equipment, including 3D cameras. Scientists can now view the Martian landscape as if they were walking on the planet themselves. Curiosity also has a rock blasting laser. Once the laser zaps the rock, special instruments examine the gases that spew into the air. The rover also has a drill that can grind bits of boulders into dust. Curiosity can look at the dust and determine the makeup of the minerals and chemicals. The rover can also scoop up and study bits of Martian dirt. What exactly are Curiosity and NASA scientists looking for? The rover's mission is to search for the building blocks of life. These include carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and other chemicals or other elements. If Curiosity finds these elements, it means life may now exist or in the past have existed on the red planet. Right? There's a timeline right there. All right. H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds in Technicolor. Mars Attacks. One night, on the night of October 30th, 1938, Many Americans gathered in their living rooms and listened to the radio. On that night, they heard something shocking. A huge flaming object had smashed into a New Jersey farm. The Martians were invading. People in and around New York City panicked. They called the police. They called newspapers. They called radio stations. Should they get out of town? How should they protect themselves? People didn't really have to worry. The broadcast was a radio play called The War of the Worlds. The play was based on the novel by H.G. Wells. At the beginning of the broadcast, an actor named Orson Welles told listeners that the invasion was not real. Many people did not hear the introduction. However, they really thought Mars was attacking Earth. Driving curiosity. Some people drive buses for a living. Others drive taxi cabs. Still, others drive delivery vans. When Matt Heverly is on the job, he drives Curiosity. Mars is about twice the size of Earth's moon. Yet, the rover is motoring only in one neighborhood called the Gale Crater. A meteor created the crater about 3 billion years ago. The hole is the size of Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. Inside the crater is a mountain taller than Mount Rainier, which towers over Seattle, Washington. Scientists think that they have the best opportunity to find evidence of life inside this crater. That's because scientists believe Gale Crater was once flooded with water. As a result, the crater is packed with clays and sulfates, types of minerals. These minerals are byproducts of water. Curiosity will study the soil to see if any microbes are hiding inside. There it is, right there. Driving Curiosity is a hard job. One bad turn could doom the mission. That's why Heverly meets with scientists to talk about where the rover should go before he gets behind the wheel, or, in this case, the computer. Once in the driver's seat, Heverly must put on special 3D glasses to study the 3D images that Curiosity sends back. He then uses a computer program that simulates the route. Heverly enters hundreds of computer commands that steer the craft. Curiosity crawled only 30 feet a day when it first landed. Listening in. Talking to Curiosity is more complicated than picking up a smartphone and calling a friend. The rover can send messages directly to Earth. It can also relay signals by using 3 satellites orbiting Mars. Scientists send and receive signals using a system of giant antenna dishes. The system is called the Deep Space Network. The huge dishes are located near Madrid, Spain, Canberra, Australia, and the Mojave Desert in California. Scientists will be listening at least for the next 2 years as Curiosity drives along the Martian landscape, hoping to see if anyone else is out there. All right, it's pretty good stuff. So you're going to go through and reread this, obviously on the PDF, and this is just me as a read aloud, just to help you through it. So when you're done, you can go ahead and answer the questions on your Google form, and also in the Ed puzzle. All right, good luck. Tadero out.